to another video and to another organ. Today I'm at St Cuthbert's and St Mary's Church in Barton in North Yorkshire to look at this little two-manual pipe organ. Without further ado, let's have a look. So this organ was apparently originally built by Nelson & Co of Durham, although to me the front pipework doesn't look original. It doesn't look like a Nelson pipe organ. I think it's probably from an older organ, and I think that is what the National Pipe Organ Register also suggests. So I don't have any history other than that. Most recently, I think it was about 1990, this organ was rebuilt or refurbished by H.E. Prested of Durham. It is to this day maintained and tuned by Harrison & Harrison, so it's certainly in good care. It's a tracker action organ. I've got a feeling the pedals are tubular pneumatic, but it's a nice little organ. It's a small village church, and this organ certainly matches that, and it's certainly adequate for this church. It's not a recital organ, but it's certainly a nice little organ. So let's have a look at the stops, and we're going to start here on the right hand side, which is the grate. So the first stop on the grate is an 8-foot open diapason, which sounds like this. Nice. We move on to an 8-foot dulciana. It's a string. Lovely. An 8-foot raw flute. Try that with a dulciana. We have a 4-foot principal. And so nice, we have a 2-foot 15th. Sounds like we have a bit of a cipher. It's on Tennessee. Let's try that with a dulciana. At the very top, usually we have a 4-foot flute. I suspect that's probably been, that's an addition. There was probably a reed there at some point. Again, I think it says that on the National Pipe Organ Register. Unfortunately, in this little remote church, I can't get any access to my internet, so I can't double check that on the Pipe Organ Register. But I think it was probably a reed at some point, so it's a 4-foot flute at the very top. pretty nice. And that's all the stops on the grate, but quite a nice little selection. Obviously we start off with that open diapason, which is pretty beefy, moving all the way up to that 2 foot, which is really nice, and also that additional 4 foot flute has a lovely tone to it. So a nice little selection of stops. So while we're here on the right, and before we demo the grate, the pedal stop is also here on the right, and as you've probably guessed, it is a 16 foot Barton. Sounds like this. Ooh. That sounds nice, and it's very responsive as well. Let's try something on the grate with that Barton. Pretty much what you'd expect. It's nothing spectacular, but it certainly serves its purpose. It's a nice little organ. Let's move on to the left. This is obviously the swell stops. The swell is here at the top, the volume of which is controlled by a balanced swell pedal. We start at the very bottom with a Vox Celeste. It's an 8 foot. Stop to Tennessee. We have a Viol de Gamba. Let's try that with a Vox Celeste. Slight beat there. I think it's quite out of tune, but if that was in tune, that would sound lovely. It's a really nice tone. Moving up to another 8 foot, it is a Lieblich Gedacht. A 4 foot Gems horn. And another 2 foot, it's a piccolo. And again, as you've probably predicted, there is one reed on this organ, and it is an oboe. Pretty nice again, but it's so out of tune. And at the very top we have a tremulant, which I've tried actually before I started recording this little video, and it's very fast, very noisy. That is very noisy, but if you like tremulants, and it's your bag, then good on you. I'm not a big fan of tremulants, as you probably know, but there we go. All the stops work. It needs a good tune, but it does sound pretty nice, and the action is lovely. It's a lovely soft tracker action. Also to the left here we have the 3 couplers. Again, as you would have predicted, it is a grate to pedal, swell to pedal, and swell to grate. The pedal board, I'm not quite sure whether to describe it as a concave radiating or a straight pedal board. It's somewhere in between. It's obviously a very old pedal board, but it's effective, it works. I think it's tubular pneumatic, but I'm not absolutely sure. There are also 4 combination pedals, 2 of which operate stops on the grate, and the other 2 here on the left operate swell stops. So all good. And that of course was with the box open, so it's not super powerful, but it really does do what it says on the tin, as they say, and certainly ideal for this church. Let's try something on the full organ, see what it sounds like. So that's all really I can say about this organ. It's pretty nice, does the job. That's all. What more can I say? It makes some nice sounds. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate that. Thank you to Angie, who has very kindly met me here and let me into the church and granted permission to record the organ. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. Please give this video a like, and please leave a comment. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.